Got Rich Voss and Keith Robinson in studio. Good morning, boys.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Well, Rich Voss's shirt is going on. Has anyone tweeted the picture yet?
Oh, that is fantastic.
No one has tweeted this yet? What are we waiting for?
What? It's a cut-off shirt. What's the big fucking deal?
It's a cutoff.
It's early in the morning. It's not like this is a fashion show.
To match.
Voss is now shaped like Ric Flair.
God damn, Rich.
You're trying to show off more tattoos,
No,
I think.
listen,
we don't give a fuck about your tattoos.
Listen, first of all, let me tell you something, half fucking healthy eater. I just got this done yesterday.
This doesn't make sense.
Yes, because you're going to drink that and then go eat fucking...
Am I?
I hope not.
All right. Go ahead.
Stop trying to make it sincere.
You're starting to look...
I mean it. I'm
You're starting to look really good.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, when I come in here,
Been
I go,
working
what
at this
the
for a
fuck?
while. Thank you.
I go, what
Thanks
the
for
fuck?
noticing.
You know,
I'm not wearing cut-off fucking shirts.
Well, no, I just had this done yesterday at Immortal Inc.
You want us to...
He's pointing at a lobotomy scar.
Really? Attackers have a cut-off shirt?
No,
yes.
because you're calculated. You wanted us to see your new tattoo.
No, I don't want it to.
You should have just lifted up your sleeve and said, "Here, look, check out my new tattoo." You wanted us to comment on your new tattoos.
This is new. I'm not sitting like this.
So you were sleeveless with every tat you got?
What's that?
I don't remember you being sleeveless when you got other tats.
Yeah, because they were down here. When they're up here, I don't want the sleeve rubbing.
Why are you getting
on
so
it.
many tattoos? What's going on with you?
Yeah, what's going on?
I just finishing up
You used
my
to have
arm.
a couple here and there, but now it's like
A couple, yeah.
You're all in. Are you going to do your hands and your neck next?
No. What it is I'm empty, and I've bought everything I possibly could buy, like material, like golf clubs and clothes. And there's nothing
There's
left
two
to
things
buy.
left to buy: a stool and a rope. And I'll loan you the money. I'll give you the money.
You knew he was going to come out with a good one. He leaned up on his perch. And
You calling me a bird? I really resent that.
How was BLS this morning?
Goddamn,
Goddamn,
go to BLS, man.
Keith had the best one, though. It was when he was calling you dice. No sleeves on.
Yeah, but I'm not fat.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. He's not fat anymore.
He's not?
No, he's in shape.
He's in shape.
I ordered a whore and she's dodging me.
I don't know. I don't like it to rub. And
What is the tattoo of? I still don't understand it.
This under here used to be my Star of David, but I had to cut. I'm getting this all covered.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
That's what the Star of David was.
He's the only guy who being Jewish in show business hurt.
Why'd you decide to cover up
You can't cover up the Star of David.
Holy shit, never forget.
That can't
what
be
happened.
good.
I'm having it redone somewhere because I didn't like I didn't like the lettering, and I didn't.
Yeah.
It was just. It was too black. It looked like I was really getting on the trains. It looked like the star that they put.
Right.
So I'm going to have it done in another area, just like.
Where you going to put it at? On your back?
Yeah.
Where you going to put the Star of David?
Not on your back. You know how many guys love to look at that?
Yeah, please don't come on my star.
Exactly. Every time you come on my star, God cries a little.
You got to get a tramp stamp of the Star of David.
I'm going to put it on my face.
You're having a midlife and gender identity crisis.
No, it's not a midlife, because I've always wanted to do this.
No, hopefully it's an end life. Because I want you to die.
Yeah, because it is an odd thing at your age.
What's that?
It is odd at your age to start getting all tatted up.
I was tatted.
I know
all
you
up
had
here.
a few tats, which is
no,
fine.
the whole tops were done.
You're totally sleeved now.
Not totally. I still got some space.
You're pretty much. That's pretty much
considered
total.
sleeve.
You don't like
That's a
Voss's
sleeve.
tattoo?
Yeah.
It makes me angry, but to relocate the Star of David is infuriating. I'm a relocator.
Tattoos are supposed to be permanent. You don't move them around.
Why would that infuriate you?
Infuriate you. Please isolate that.
Treats its tattoos like fucking Israel treats its borders.
It was here, now it's
Political.
there.
You know, how many of your neighbors want you to relocate?
Oh, wow.
He makes a good point. I can't even. He makes a damn good point.
God damn, man.
From white to light skin.
But what is the tattoo that covered
Yeah,
up?
what is that?
I don't
That's
understand
kind
what
of
it's
a-
flower. I'm gonna do.
That doesn't look like a flower.
No, it looks like a stained glass window.
That's what it is. If you look through a stained glass window, you'll see a flower.
They're not. They're
doesn't
not
look like a
bad tats.
flower.
They're not. They look
The guy
really
does
good.
good
They're
work.
Very good work.
Yeah, Josh at Immortal Ink in Flemington and Clinton.
That means you just got a
an
free
immortal
tattoo,
layer.
you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
And he
Where's
said
my
it real
envelope,
fast,
motherfucker? Give me a taste of that.
You ought to get a teardrop tattoo like your audience does on the way out.
Audiences when you work a club.
Oh, you mean? Oh shit!
I fucking bombed so hard. Like, in 20 years, I did one of those alternative
You mean
rooms in
4?
Brooklyn. I did an alternative room in Brooklyn the other night. It's like 20
boy.
people.
Were they all like
I
hipsters?
swear to God,
20
they
people?
all- it's a small.
Oh,
they
my
all have.
God.
They all look alike.
They were
it's
all hipsters,
fucking
right, right.
clones. They all have the same beard. They
Like
all have,
Sal, right? They all look like fucking Sal.
They all had the same like shirt, like Opie.
What's
like,
wrong with my shirt?
Nothing on you.
This is
but
a bad shirt.
No,
Will you commit
had
to
way
something?
worse.
Everything's wrong with that shirt.
Calm down, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm getting to it. It's a slow transition, and it's not a bad shirt for him at this point in his life. But
I've worn way worse. This is a bad shirt, I guess.
and they fucking,
Fuck.
I'm telling you, for 10 minutes, 20 people were staring at me, hostile. Okay?
Yeah.
What joke did you start with?
Yeah, that's a good question.
How did you greet the crowd?
I said, I had
I'm
a
Rich
pair-
Voss. Too easy, I know. Sorry.
You lost them in coffee.
Look, he came out of hibernation.
You lost them at hello.
It was so bad. It was so bad that when Bonnie went on, I went and sat in the car.
Oh Jesus!
I don't want to
Wasn't in the garage with the running.
Yes,
Too bad you didn't have a fucking barbecue with
could
Brad
come
Delp.
back and fuck my wife.
Oh Jesus! I just said Bonnie would probably prefer you dead and Patrice fucking her.
That's
Sorry.
nice. That's nice to wish somebody
I'm
dead.
sorry.
Yeah,
Jeez,
Jesus,
Rich.
you turned from one of the best radio DJs
You know- oh,
to
thank
a
you, sir.
listener.
But
I know it.
you got to take lemons to lemonade. He was trying to not make sure
Right.
you're dead, but make sure that Patrice was back. So you take
That's
the negative
true.
and make it a positive.
Sure.
Yes, we would just prefer you.
Yeah. Take lemons and make an eggplant. Racist. Oh, Christ on a pony. Rich. Come
I
on.
know. I'm
I
only
love you.
kidding.
You're great.
First of all, I hate the love thing.
No.
We're friends. There's no. We
right.
don't
You're
love.
right.
All right, I forgot. You
You're
don't
right.
like hugs and
He doesn't
stuff.
like affection at all. He can't
Right.
handle it. He doesn't like being touched. He's just,
Yeah.
Look at he cringes.
Yeah.
It's so uncomfortable.
Why?
When people go, "I love you." I was at the hospital yesterday.
well, if I were you, I wouldn't believe it.
Voss, I love you.
I love you too.
We
Rich.
all
Shitty,
love
man.
you.
We all love you, man.
Oh,
We want
love
you to know
Rich.
that.
Look, he's just
Look at him.
cringing.
I want to rub some of
Jimmy
your
and Keith are
tattoos.
touching him in his arms, and he's freaking out.
You were at the hospital yesterday. What was that about?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no.
Well, it's you're sitting there watching your mom, and she's gonna pass away.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
You know, it could be 2 days, it could be 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm like, so the hospital, you know.
Sorry, what happened?
So the hospital is,
What's going on with your mom?
she can't swallow this and that. Unlike,
Hot jokes don't go over, I don't care.
What happened?
Oh, is this mean?
What's wrong with my shirt again?
Oh, sure. Good on his shirt. Laugh at his mother dying.
Yes.
It's a nice equal balance right
but
there.
here's the thing, it's got to
My
happen.
mom's close too. What are you
I
gonna
know
do?
it's got to happen on a Monday or Tuesday because I got my
Wait,
weekends are
is she
booked.
really at her on her? She's really on her last days.
I don't. Who knows? They said they might have to
Man.
put a feeding tube in, or I don't. And Bonnie made a good point, but I go, who the fuck should have to live that way in a hospital, just completely? oblivion.
Right.
And then Bonnie goes, how do you know what's going on in her head? She might be having the best time on the planet.
I know.
And fucking...
What is it,
fucking
dementia?
Mrs. Fucking, Gandhi-positive Canadian bitch.
Yeah,
all right?
God, your mother's probably in a much better place. If she can't remember you're her son, it's a blessing in disguise.
Do you ever have anything nice to say? You're just trying to tear me down to build you up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the smartest thing you've ever said.
I think they can tell by testing and stuff if anything's going on in the brain.
Oh, yeah, well, they got to get a neurologist, but she can't swallow.
She can't swallow.
Oh,
And neither can I. It runs in the family. Okay? And it's
not what crack dealers have said.
Just coming out of her, it's just, it's just sad.
How old is she?
42.
Wow.
She's 84, I think. 85.
Okay. That's a good run.
That's a
That's
nice
a good run.
run.
That's a nice run.
If you look at it, that's a very good run.
Because you guys come from sickle cell.
And
Sickle cell. Whoa. Wow. Holy
Boston in 1971 fucking slams.
You guys come from
eradicated with smallpox.
Hey,
Who the
Rich
fuck?
Sterling.
I've never known one black person with sickle cell.
Because you don't know any black people.
You've also never known one black person without it.
Okay. Like you really talk to your help.
Wow, this show is getting racist and more.
Rick came to play. Fuck.
Vicious.
What do you do to prepare for this?
Holy
What?
shit.
What do you do to prepare for this?
I punch
failed for
myself
50
in the
years.
face. I punch myself in the face all night.
With like someone's cock. Put it in your fist and just start banging it against it. All right, we
No,
got it,
I'm
Jim.
not going to add pleasure to that.
Oh, my
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, my God.
Damn.
Makes me feel
dementia.
alive.
That end of life shit is just
Terrible.
And you know what it gets me? Like, I left there yesterday, the hospital, and I had to go get to, I go, I feel horrible. I'm leaving her in the hospital to go get a tattoo, right? But I'm
And to
not going to
cover up
sit
the
there.
Star of David, no less.
Yeah, deny yourself.
Man.
So, but you know, who just sits there watching? It's
I never
fucking,
understood that.
It's so hard. Like,
Yeah.
remember remember when we got Patrice's mom out of the hospital and took her out to eat?
Yeah.
We had a great time, just to get her fucking mind off of what was going on. We sat for like an hour in the diner that day, and we had
you could just
had a
dwell
laugh.
on that shit.
Right.
Fuck
Yeah, just to
that.
sit there, it is difficult.
You got to get out of the fucking place. You have to.
It's fucking hospital. When you go there for your medicine, like, you don't have to stay, right?
No, I get to leave early.
You can turn those brown tattoos into things. Like, they can put stuff around it.
I think he
Brown
means I have a
tattoos.
couple of beauty marks that Rich is referring
You
to.
mean
Talking
turn them
about
into
AIDS,
tattoos?
sarcoma.
Right.
Or that.
or
He's got AIDS.
AIDS. Magic Johnson AIDS.
He's got,
Is he
got the AIDS. What is he doing?
Do we have that?
He's walking around.
He gets on to try to bolster his image and apologize. He made it 10 times worse.
You think he's a
with his
racist or
magic.
just very
What did he
ignorant?
do?
Donald Sterling.
He's talking about Magic Johnson, who's like a
Yeah.
national treasure.
Right.
And,
to some.
to some.
Yeah, not if you're a Knicks fan. No national treasure to me.
So what did he did a thing with Anderson Cooper,
Yeah,
right?
he went on with Anderson Cooper, and he's
hear-
talking about and then he's just bashing Magic Johnson for no fucking reason, saying that he doesn't do enough for the black community. And meanwhile, Magic Johnson's been very charitable to the black community.
He's very charitable.
And
Is that what they said at the meetings? We have to focus on magic.
Magic Johnson, very charitable.
So, but here's the thing with Donald Sterling. He's so rich, he could just go, why don't you guys all go fuck yourselves?
Well,
I'll do what I
that's it.
want.
He's not really taking that.
He's not doing that.
angle.
That's the thing.
Yeah, wait.
No, I was with him at first when the private, what you're on your
Initially,
phone.
right.
I was like, I'm with this dude.
Yeah.
He's on his phone. He should say what he has to say.
Right.
And that's good. I don't give a damn. We all say messed up shit on the phone.
Yeah.
But now he's got an interview, his chance to redeem himself, and he's going work. He's
He fucked it
horrible.
up so bad. You know what it is, too? You could say he's got money and everything like that, but to be just publicly just exiled, you're exiled from the civilized world. He's looked at as a fucking, persona non grata anywhere he goes. And people don't like that. No
I
matter how
would
much
like
money
for him, I wish he would show up at the games. and just try to high five the player. He tried to fist bump.
Can you imagine the ovation he'd get?
I think he should come in blackface.
Wow.
To show him that he
now
can.
that would be interesting. He does a little Al Jolson out on the floor.
See, I'm down.
A little Bojangles out on the fucking floor.
I think, and with,
Atlanta housewives with him.
Oh, shit.
I think with good reason. I think blacks.
I'm your friend.
So,
What was that? I think the blacks.
okay, all right. Color. I think coloreds. I think they dislike whites more than whites dislike blacks. Do you think? I mean, overall in general.
You don't listen to this radio show, do you?
Do you think that? Do you think? I mean,
I think we hate white guys dressed like gas attendants.
Why? Because you don't have cars.
Wow, that was hurtful.
Watch me make Rich get up.
Fill it full of regular dummy.
What, is that what you call cum now?
Oh, fuck this.
Oh, sweet guy.
Oh, is that just evil?
Us three did a fucking pilot that wasn't picked up. See what they fucking could have had?
Dummies.
You're damn right. We should
AIDS
have
and racist jokes. How could they pass on this? Teasing each other's fucking sickle cell jokes and making fun of our clothes.
The Clod Squad.
That would have worked, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
They would have called our show canceled.
Why?
Why, Rich?
Why,
Why'd you have to make it hip and insider-ish?
Yeah. Is our guest here?
No.
Damn
wow,
it.
you're
be
not
here
a
soon?
guest. We're not guests.
You guys are like, you know.
What are you plugging for Kevin?
What does Keith have going
Keith
on?
is taping a 1 hour stand-up special,
Fuck
which
yeah.
is great, man.
Nice.
I've seen the material. It's fucking fantastic. It's at the Gramercy Theater, and it's a live taping, obviously, 2 shows here in New York, and it's May 30th.
May 30th.
Here in the city.
2 shows. 2 sweet shows.
2 weeks from Friday.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
7 and 10 p.m. Gramercy.
Where can they get tickets? Just Ticketmaster?
Ticketmaster.
Or go to comediankeithrobinson.com. But these shows will
that?
sell out.
What's that?
Go ahead. I want to.
No, I just...
That's good. Listen.
Take a swing, man. I like that. Take a swing. I see you wrapped up. You got your Yankees shirt on.
I'm digging in.
That's it.
Oh, fuck this room.
No.
Put your visors on so the sun don't get in your way.
It's just...
At the end of your hour, you're going to say, and now, Wanda Sykes.
Wow.
Why, Rich?
Why, man?
Rich.
Well, you got, shut up. Don't fucking turn on me.
Nobody's turning on you. You're turning on yourself with
Yeah.
those horrible comebacks.
Right, that's just not nice.
And we started
Look at
1
against
out of
you.
3 isn't bad.
1 out of 3.
Still gets you in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Almost.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 gets you in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, well, certainly that would, yes.
Sometimes
of
one.
course. Yeah,
1 out of
sometimes
3
one.
gets you in the Hall of Fame. I can't
to
fucking
know.
believe that this weekend at the Arlington Cinema Draft House, I get to work with Bonnie, both of us co-headlining at the Arlington Cinema Draft House. And then next Tuesday, Norton, we're doing our live podcast.
Hold on, though.
What?
right.
Your mom's going to die on a Tuesday. Then what
man.
happens?
Huh?
Yeah.
Then
How
we have
pissed-
some more stuff to talk about.
All right. You're
Well,
gonna be
if he
pissed
dies
off.
on Tuesday, we're
You
not going
want
to
her to-
bury her the same day.
You want her to die on a Monday or
You
Tuesday.
bury her the next day, don't you?
Yeah, isn't that quick
That's
with
some
Jews?
next day stuff,
Did you guys
right?
get rid of
Plan
your
'em
family?
right away.
Absolutely.
It
Put the
just-
house up for sale immediately. They don't fuck around.
Yeah, and the other people in the nursing home will be mad.
I'm guest marriage counselor for
Yes.
for Rich and his victim at the Village Underground, which I'm actually looking
Next
forward
Tuesday.
to.
Tuesday,
I'm so
yeah.
happy I can do that.
Yeah, it's going to be a
that'd be
lot.
fun.
It's going to be fucking fun Tuesday. Bobby's producing it.
Ooh. When did Bobby become this?
I've had enough of
He's a
Bobby.
mogul.
He's a
Yeah.
media
Yeah, I
mogul
couldn't
now.
even say
It's
that
like
word.
an internet mogul.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big mover and shaker, as they say.
Bonnie is an ordained minister now, so he can marry people. He
Bobby?
he took a test. He's an ordained minister.
Didn't he say Bonnie?
I thought
No,
you said
Bobby.
Bonnie.
Bobby.
Did he just say Bobby or
He
Bobby or
said
Bonnie?
Bonnie,
I
something
said
like that.
Bobby.
Shut up.
I said Bobby.
Travis?
You
play it
wanted to
back.
say Bobby, but your mouth said
It sounded
other
like,
thing.
yeah, who knows?
Yeah, what happens to words in that fucking dopey mouth of yours? Words in his brain form fine, and then as they begin to come out of the mouth, all of a sudden a fire alarm goes off, and they panic, and they bump into his teeth and trip over his tongue, and they just fall out in any order they want.
Not in an orderly fashion.
No. Stop looking at me and thinking. What do you say?
Well, I can hear him thinking. I can hear him thinking.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, we got to hear
It
it.
says Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah, he's big mover and shaker, as they say.
Bonnie is an ordained minister.
Oh,
I
wow.
said Bonnie.
Yes.
See, you did.
Yes.
Rest our
See,
case.
yeah, well, because they both have tits.
Oh, no, they don't.
Oh, and she gets bashed without even being here.
And so is Bonnie.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
That's just brutal.
Wow.
Just brutal.
Jeez.
Does that upset you, Rich?
That's not at all. Are you kidding me? Bonnie came in the other day with her, you know how they have the T-shirt on and you can see the nipples through
Yeah.
it? And I got so excited. And I'm trying to fuck her, but I didn't take a pill, so it's so hard to fuck a girl when you're not hard and she's dry, okay?
Your genitals can't, neither one of your genitals can lie.
It's like two north ends of a magnet.
Oh, I'm spitting on it, just basically just talking over it.
Beat everyone to that punch. Nice.
You think we were all going to make fun of his saliva?
Man. You two still active sex life?
I mean, I don't know what you call active. Is once a year active? No, we a couple times.
How often? But would you say?
Probably once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks? That's kind of
Once
a married...
every 2 weeks.
That is kind of a married thing, you know?
But if you had Viagra or Cialis, wouldn't it help?
Yeah, no, it doesn't help your fucking your mind or your want to do it.
The word he's looking for is libido.
Right.
Your mind, your want.
Yeah, you get.
I feel like we're playing charades. So maybe it depends. She'll say to me, she'll go, can I just blow you to get it over with?
Get it over with.
Get it over with.
Holy shit.
Did you guys get it done or what?
Yeah, man, we fuck. I mean, we don't kiss.
No, I mean the other day when your genitals weren't cooperating.
Yeah,
You don't kiss or anything?
And how did it get?
Why would I do that? Kiss. You guys sound like we're newlyweds.
Do you guys ever make out on the couch?
What? Say it again? Do we make out on the couch?
No.
Why? What's wrong with you?
I tried. The other day when she was looking sexy, I started kissing her, and she goes, "Get your fucking tongue out of my mouth!"
Wow.
But we used to, when I first met her, and I used to make out with her and stuff.
Sure. You've told us.
And then that shit completely wears off. You know what I mean?
Fucking marriage.
But she makes me
sucks.
laugh. The thing is, we like the same TV shows. We like the same snacks, and
that's good.
And we come together when we're both attacking somebody at the same time.
Right.
So that's what keeps it. That's what keeps it fresh.
Where's the sex at? You gotta have sex, man.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It keeps it fresh. How about some sex?
Calm down.
There's no way. When you get married, you're fucking sacrificing something that's just amazing. That thrill, the fucking, you throw it away for this thing that, like...
He doesn't know in his culture, they start when they're 13 because they're uneducated and they think.
Wow. You know it's bad when Voss is calling people uneducated.
And please tell me Voss didn't just say uneducated.
Uneducated.
I said educated.
He's thinking about engines in that outfit.
That's really...
Yeah, we really don't like your outfit at all. You're just like Bobby Cannavale in Blue Jasmine. That's a good reference for those who saw it.
Yes, I saw the movie.
Good movie.
He was very good in it.
Well acted.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna have a.
Dice was good in the movie.
Dice was in it.
He was
too.
great. Our guest is on his way up, which is
good.
very nice.
Oh, nice.
We met him once. Jimmy hasn't.
I haven't met him yet.
I met him. Enough of this fake fucking army guy.
You've met Arlie?
You met him, yeah?
I got his autograph last
Where?
time he was in studio.
Oh, in here?
Wait, you were in that day?
Yeah, when he came. That was over.
That was many years ago.
That was over across the street.
At least 5-6 years ago.
You guys were doing good then when he was in.
Oh, that's
that
hurtful.
That's not hurtful. You guys are you kidding me?
He's in the army.
You're probably.
Yeah, right.
Who
Marines.
say it?
I'm saying you're probably the most respected radio host in the
jeez.
business.
Oh, boy.
Every radio host talks
That's
about
wonderful.
you. That's true. Well, you don't like being respected by your peers?
Who talks about us?
Tell us, what do they say?
Yeah, and what do they say? What are some of the nice things they say?
There you go. We listen to them all the time. I mean, they're usually like the producers or the assistants. And stuff.
Oh, wow, that's great.
No, the sports junkies love you guys.
Yeah, we like those guys.
Well, why don't you look at Jim when you saying that? You just looking at Jim.
Because
Here he comes.
Here he is. Arlie Ermey.
Jim's at a whole nother level than that.
That's still got quite a presence about him as he walks down the hallway.
Yeah. How old is this guy now?
Wherever he goes.
Got to be 40.
He's got to take your seat.
I'll look it up real fast. Arlie.
Yeah, you can move over. Rich, I think you got to bounce over one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Move,
It's like the
stupid.
Tonight Show, you know?
Yeah.
You move. There he is.
Arlie Ermey.
Gunny.
God damn, Arlie Ermey.
You're looking great.
Pleasure to see you again.
You are looking fantastic.
He looks like the
sir.
sergeant from Stripes.
God
How you doing?
damn.
Rich Voss.
That's Rich Voss.
Last comic standing, BET.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, Private Snowball.
What's going on,
All
Arlie?
right. Good to have you back. Whoa, what's fantastic to have you back. You were here quite a while ago. And you look at you. You looks fantastic. What the hell?
You look great,
What have you been
Arlie.
doing? You still a lot of PT? What are you doing?
I do. I go out and run a little bit. I like to. I'll watch. Tune in O'Reilly Factor, and I'll get on the treadmill, and that's my hour.
Oh, a little O'Reilly.
So it's good.
There you
I
go.
get educated.
I
Same
hear
time,
ya.
Find out what's going on in the world and stay fit.
See what's
Halfway
going
decent,
on?
Anyway, it gets harder as
It doesn't
go.
rile you up. You don't look at the TV and go, "What the hell is going on with this world?"
I'm pretty burned up about the veterans, the treatment of the veterans, and
At the VA hospitals?
the Veterans Administration,
Unbelievable.
the boys up on the hill. You know whose fault that is? It's not the little underfunded hospital's fault, for Pete's sakes. It's
Right.
the funders. It's the people up there. I believe they call him the Secretary of Veterans Affairs. And you know, if you want to point fingers, that's the guy. He's the boss. He's the one.
It always goes uphill. You got to look at the top to see who's supposed to be responsible for this. Any of the veterans that are treated like that, having to wait for medical attention at these VA hospitals, it's unconscionable. You can't even fathom that
It's
that happens in this country.
And we don't want anything free.
No.
We just want what was promised to us, our contract.
Right.
And we've shed blood for this country, and we expect the other end to hold up their end of the deal. But, you know, there was a time a few years back when we were all extremely proud of our Veterans Administration and our veterans hospitals. But now they're so underfunded. Let's face it, this war's been going on for how many years now?
Yeah, quite a few.
And so their workload has doubled and tripled and quadrupled, and the budget just hasn't
So
kept
money's
up.
What are they
gotta
not giving them that they're supposed to give them?
Treatment.
The treatment?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to keep them alive. We had 40 some of them die waiting to
Waiting
see
for
the doctor.
treatment.
That's horrible. Do you blame a lot of it on our president now?
You know what? I don't want to go there because that's not my place. But what I will say is, you know, the veterans are joining together. We're banding together. There's a lot of American veterans in this country. And in November, our voice will be heard. Trust me on that. But anyway, hey, guys, I'm releasing a new show on the Sportsman channel, and it's called Saving Private K-9.
Saving
all
Private
about-
K-9.
It's about working dogs, about military dogs, dogs that serve in combat, dogs, police, military, and police dogs, and you know, it's service dogs. And this is America. We love our dogs in America.
Yes, we
Sure
do.
do.
Is there anybody in this room doesn't own a dog? Doesn't have a dog?
Aren't they amazing too?
You don't like
I'm
dogs,
getting a
Keith?
puppy.
I had a friend tell me the other day.
He doesn't like dogs.
I'm
I've
getting
had a
one
lot
for
of
my
bad
daughter.
experiences with
Yes.
dogs.
My dog was stolen. My dog, I had a German Shepherd.
Especially the working people.
Yeah.
I had a guy tell me the other
He
day.
doesn't like the working dogs.
Yes, we have Michael Vick in the corner here. Let's talk to him about that.
We call it the peanut butter incident.
I had a buddy of mine tell me the other day, he said, you lock your wife and your dog in the trunk of the car.
Sure.
Let them stay in there an hour and then let them out. See who's happy to see you.
Oh, wow.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, for sure.
They are quite amazing. We've seen a lot of the police dogs here at work in
don't
Manhattan.
like them.
And they
Don't like the police dogs.
Do they growl immediately?
And, bomb sniffing dogs, drug sniffing dogs, walking down the sidewalks,
black
checking the
sniffing
trucks. And it's what they can be taught,
I'm a dog.
how they can be trained, and then the affection they have for their masters. It's really amazing to watch.
And the thought is, why send a human being in to risk his life into a building to take down the bad guy when we can send a dog in and he's more efficient? I mean, how many soldiers do you know that run inside the building and grab the perpetrator and bite?
Right.
Yeah.
None of them, right?
That
Before
is,
the old dog
he
shows
does,
up.
but it's his cock.
It's a psychological effect that dogs have. Now, on a couple of our shows, we've had these working dog and his handler be in a Humvee or something, and IED hit them, and they're wounded, and the dog gets medevaced one way, and the handler gets medevaced the other way. The handler spends 5 years looking for his dog because he can't find his dog, and there's a love affair because the dog has saved this guy's life 2 or 3 times in combat. And we bring them together. We find the dog and we will reunite those two. And I'm in the room with the dog and his old his old handler, his old owner. And I look over at my camera guy and there's tears streaming down his cheeks. My sound guy's over there with a big box of Kleenex. He's got a pile of Kleenex.
Right.
What are you working
Gotta
for?
get a new crew, bunch
What are
of
you working for?
pussies.
The Bravo Network?
It's all I can. It's very emotional.
Wow.
A man and his dog is very emotional, and it's hard for me to maintain my composure.
Wow.
Right.
But I have a
And I'm
question.
pretty hardcore.
I have a question. There's people, though, that are such animal rights activists that would be against sending dogs into a building, that would rather send humans into a building. Right? And which I think they're a little extreme, some of those animal rights activists.
A little? I know. Those are the same nitwits that don't want to send a UAV in to bomb the bad guys. They want to send a human being in so that the human being can die. I don't have too much use for some of those uninformed, uneducated losers in this world. I just don't have any use for them. And
Boss,
if they were
you
sitting
can
right
leave.
here in front of me, I would tell them that I have no use for them. But, so shame on them. Hey, how do we find the Sportsman Channel? We're going to go to
God, I have no idea.
SportsmanChannel.com.
Sportsmanchannel.com.
And feed your zip code in there, and it'll tell you what channel to go to.
I know. I have
So-
FiOS, and I get it where I am, so I'll be watching
You
that.
could also, with new smart TV.
My grandfather from World War I.
Then why are you wearing it?
Huh?
What are you doing wearing your grandfather's
Yeah,
stuff?
from White
Dog
House.
tag,
God.
World War
the old
I.
round dog tag. That's cool.
That is old.
neat.
That's how we connect.
But he fought for Germany.
The show is on tonight at 8:30.
Okay, we'll find it.
Tonight at 8:30.
8:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
And we're showing 2 shows back to back. So it's a great time for you to come on board with us and judge whether you're going to like the show or
I
not.
can't imagine anybody
But
not liking the fact of watching dogs, loyal dogs working for the soldiers and police in this country.
I
Amazing.
just say give us a fair chance.
Absolutely.
I think the show is amazing. I've been working on the show now for just short of a year.
Right.
And I tell you, it's a heartstringer. This thing is, you get emotional. There's every emotion you could imagine. So I think this show is going to be a blockbuster.
I've liked everything you've done. You pop up on TV all the time. I loved, Mail Call and all the other shows you've been on. You're always very interactive with the military when you're on these shows, and they let you drive tanks and fly in helicopters. Mail Call was great.
I had fun doing Mail Call, and my thought
Jimmy likes
is,
Mail Call,
gentlemen,
but it's a different different, whole different subject.
He's implying that I'm not gay at all.
No, he did not.
I'm not. He's thrilled. I'm not at all.
Episode of She-Mail Call.
But when he takes a picture with you,
by their sexual preference.
Of course not, right?
I have mine. And all I say, if you're gay, that's just that much more for me, buddy.
The way you think.
Wise man. Well, Jim says it in reverse. If you're not gay, it's just more for me, buddy.
I'm not gay.
But of course
I'm not gay. I just like ladies with a little extra.
Oh, my God.
What is Arlie thinking?
Guys, you got to give the show a fair get on
Back to the show.
She's starting to think I'm on the Howard Stern show.
No.
he has listeners.
Damn, Rich.
Doesn't say a lot for you.
Yeah, exactly, Rich.
I know. You know, Arlie's great because he knows what his mission is.
Absolutely.
And he goes in. That's right. And that's his job.
I am absolutely. Don't listen to them. They're just teasing me.
I was trying to keep you guys on point. You know?
Yes, on point.
What do you think? Well, let's ask Arlie. What do you think of a lady that has just a little extra?
We're saying that girls with penises a lot of times.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, a little extra.
They're delightful, you know.
Well,
Don't ask, don't tell.
As I said, I'm not one to judge. We are.
Just a little extra, you know.
Jim likes to improvise, adapt, overcome.
Absolutely. Like I said, there's more of the kind I like.
Right.
There's more left over at the end of the day.
There's no problem with that, right?
As long as they're the same race.
Can I ask a Full Metal Jacket question?
Yeah.
How was Kubrick to you?
Oh, I loved Kubrick. Kubrick was a wonderful guy. His only the reason a lot of actors couldn't get along with Kubrick was because he made them perform. He made them rise to his level, or it was not acceptable. You would do it over again.
How many?
You want to know what makes him perform? Pull down your zipper.
Jesus! Wow! It's a well-respected man here.
Arlie, just a little extra. A little extra.
Sportsman Channel, come on.
So we're going to measure up here.
Right, yeah, measure up.
So he would expect a lot out of those guys.
How many takes? He's legendary for making you guys do the same scene over and over.
The most takes I ever did was 7, and that was
not bad. That's
I
easy.
am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, the senior drill instructor. That big walk around the barracks.
Sure, that's a one shot
the most
right
dialogue of anybody and most movement, constant movement.
Right.
It was 7 takes. Then you got these guys, these actors that'll go on Good Morning America and admit to 36 million housewives that it took them 40 takes to rise to the occasion, to rise to Stanley Kubrick's standards. Shame on them. That's all I can
Wow. Yes. Because that is a long dialogue that you have right there.
Do you still remember it?
say. Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Were you saying that before the
Want to
movie?
hear it? I'd do it in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do it to Rich Voss?
And I can do it without the swear words. Yeah.
No, use the swear
You
word.
can swear if you
I
want.
am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. I am your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. The first and last word out of your filthy sewers will be sir. Do you maggots understand that?
Yes.
Bull feathers, I can't hear you. Sound off like you have a pair. If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes, you are scumbags. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human beings. You are nothing but a lot of little unorganized, grabastic pieces of civilian poop.
Shit.
Well, you know, there could be kids listening.
Yeah, we hope so.
And you know their parents would never talk like that.
Their parents don't talk to them anyhow. Did you start off? I mean, did you go to acting class and stuff, or did you just right into it?
Now, I played cowboys when I was a little boy, and I used to always be the bad guy. You see, so I had all the practice in the world. I grew up on a farm in Kansas. The nearest neighbors were about a mile away, so we had no one to play with. I had 5 brothers, though.
Oh, okay.
So that was my playmates were my brothers. We were 1 year apart, and we would play cowboys all the time. And so that was my practice time. And then when I went in the Marine Corps, I was an instructor most of the time. So you know, I'm standing up on the stage and I'm addressing 1,000 recruits, and
there is a certain persona you have to put on, right?
You basically have to be a stand-up comedian in order to maintain.
Well, there's none of them here.
So anyway, after I got Marine Corps retired me out in 1972 out of Vietnam, and I was standing outside. I had almost 12 years in, and I found myself standing outside of the gate of the Marine Corps recruit depot in San Diego, thinking, what? All I owned in the world was in that sea bag, that little green bag. I didn't even have a car. And so
I called my wife's purse.
What the hell am I going to do now? I wrote a script, and I went up to Hollywood, and I did some of the comedy clubs. And
you did?
Yeah, I did that.
You were
for
doing
a while.
stand-up?
Yeah, I did stand-up. Nobody heckled me. I'll guarantee you that.
You will laugh at me.
You will laugh. That's right.
You will laugh. You will not cry.
You over there in the corner. Why are you not laughing? Yeah. But then I went to Okinawa, Japan, opened a couple of bars up. So right outside the Marine base in Camp Hansen. Then I heard they were going to start doing Vietnam War shows. So I went to the Philippines and met the right people. And just everything fell into place. I say it's God's will.
You were in Apocalypse Now. In Apocalypse Now, yeah. You were one of the copter guys.
I was a helicopter pilot.
Yeah,
I was
helicopter
number 2
pilots.
technical advisor.
And a technical advisor. And then Boys in Company C?
Boys in Company C, I went to work on Boys in Company C right after I finished Full Metal Jacket, or right after I finished Apocalypse.
Now.
Sidney J. Fury directed that movie, and that was my big break.
You had a big part in that one,
I had a nice part in that.
Yeah.
Were you in Brokeback Mountain?
What?
What? Wow. Rich. What the hell, man?
No wonder you bombed at that alt club. It wasn't their fault. It was you.
I think there was talk about me being in Brokeback Mountain, but they decided to put me in Saving Silverman instead. That was kind of an unusual role for me because that was the role. I got it up there, and they give you a description of the character, and it's that of a gay homicidal high school football coach.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, hell, I had never played a gay homicidal high school football coach, so I took this as kind of a challenge,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
And you basically don't even realize that I'm a gay homicidal high school football coach until the very end of the movie, when I married Jack Black.
That's right.
And let me tell you right up front, Jack Black is not a good kisser, and there was no tongue involved. and we no reach arounds either.
But we know who the top was, don't we?
Exactly.
Oh my God! Wow.
Anyway, it's Saving Private K9.
yes. Back on point.
Yes.
Back on point.
Is it on tonight?
It's on tonight
8:30
at
tonight.
8:30. Don't miss it. I'm telling you. Go to the Sportsman Channel website, sportsmanchannel.com, and just feed your what you call zip code information,
and you'll find out where the channel is.
Exactly what channel
we go to.
we're on.
Arlie, we got phone calls.
It's
we got to get
idiot-proof.
to. We got to get to Jason in D.C. Some great calls coming in.
All right.
Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, Arlie, I could talk Full Metal Jacket all day long, but I had a quick question about your experience with working with Chevy Chase and Fletch. A lot of actors think he's a dick to work with. I was just curious about your experience with Chevy.
Well, I'm just going to have to say that a lot of actors are right.
Oh, is there anyone that will say a nice thing about Chevy? I don't think so.
Wow. Who saw that?
Boy, that's a good one. Okay, there's your answer, sir.
All right.
Wow. He was a dick, huh?
He's very difficult to get along with. I've heard from many people. We had an episode with him when we were doing a talk show with him.
We sure
and he was just
he wouldn't say hi to us.
Kind of an asshole,
even though we said hi to him. As we're all getting our makeup done at the same time.
I really never ever had any problem with Chevy, but I've encountered people who have.
Yeah.
And, as far as I'm concerned, he was an absolute gentleman with me. I worked with him for a couple of weeks, and
you're a class act, Arlie. You're a class act.
Right. Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris.
Hi, Arlie. I wanted to ask you, I heard that Stanley Kubrick had no plans of putting you in Full Metal Jacket and didn't know who you were until you randomly sent in a video of you screaming insults for 5 minutes, which made him decide to put you in it. Is there any truth to that?
Well, I can honestly say you heard absolutely wrong.
Oh.
I talked to Stanley Kubrick. He hired me as technical advisor. I had read the novel that The Short Timers by Gustav Hasford that the film was based upon, the screenplay was based on. And I was reading the book for the second time when Kubrick called me. And he asked me if I would like to be his technical advisor. And I told him there's a lot of things wrong with the novel. So he got me over there. And my objective it was film number 5 for me, guys. And I had gone on films as technical advisor, and every single one of them I ended up with a role. So I went over to get the role of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman. I accepted the job as technical advisor simply to get my foot in the door. There was no video sent anywhere. I went over in person. I had to train, knowing that I have to train all of the background extras. I have to teach them drill. I have to teach them manual at arms with a rifle and the sword. I have to teach them how to march. I have to teach them basically how to be Marine recruits. So Kubrick had to watch me, didn't he?
So he watched you and said, why are we going to cast somebody else?
Well, already casted. It was casted already.
Oh, it was.
However, I made him watch me, and I put it on video that me grilling the recruits, the background extras. The next day, he called me into the office and said, "Yeah, I know what you're having." But I had asked him if I could audition for the role earlier. He said, "No, I've got a Hollywood actor that I've all got lined up, got a contract."
Who was it?
Who
was the guy?
I don't want to mention who it was. That's not right for me to after all these years. But I have got him several nice jobs since.
All right.
Paul Rubens, actually, it was. It was going to be a Pee Wee Herman.
That made it worse.
Yeah, it really did. I got to ask you, the scene where you smack D'Onofrio in the face a couple of times.
Never touched him. No, I didn't hit him. I didn't hit him at all.
When you watch that, it really comes across as you smacking him in the face.
Vince and I worked on this very hard to slap. When I come across with the right hand, I would just barely tick his nose.
Wow.
And flip the top of his hat with my fingertips. When I come back across the other way, it was.
Well, that's one of the greatest gags ever caught on film, because that looks like you smack him very hard.
Smack the shit out of him.
Vince was very, very effective on his responses. He's quick and really good. Now, the slap where I slapped Private Joker, I actually had to slap Private Joker and he asked me to. I didn't do it on, he asked me to slap him because he was having a little trouble responding.
Oh, wow. So he needed that.
And so I did slap Private Joker, but only at his request. And I did not slap him very hard.
Right.
I didn't want to break anything. So I did lay hands on Private Joker. However, yes, Private Mr. Vincent D'Onofrio, we worked on that, and Vincent had great reflexes. There was no question about it. Stanley Kubrick was even thought that I actually slapped him.
Wow, really?
Matter of fact, when we got lined up to do the shot, Stanley told me, "Lee, I've never seen a fake slap that ever has impressed me. You might have to really
smack him."
Vincent looked down on me, and Vince's a big man.
Yeah.
Vince's like 6'5". And he looked down at me and he said, "You better not slap me."
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he didn't want to be slapped.
No. Why? Now, why should he?
Yeah.
We worked on it. I mean, Kubrick, after we did this, we did it one time. And as soon as we finished the slap scene, Kubrick jumped off the camera car and ran up to Vince to find out if he was all right.
Wow. Really?
So do you think it was effective? Yes, of course. Yeah. He was right there. And Leon Vitali, who is Stanley Kubrick's right-hand man, was sitting there, and as I came across with the right, he clapped his hands. And when I came back across with the left, he clapped his hands again. So it gave it that sound of flesh on flesh.
That's amazing.
And Kubrick, I don't know, probably went to his grave thinking that I actually slapped Vincent. But
and that was a great way to show left and right, by the way. Very effective.
Very effective way. That's how you should teach your children, left and right.
It never failed. I'm the guy that says, let the little turd touch the stove. You know,
Teach him.
He'll learn something.
Yes.
Then if you sit there and tell, don't touch that stove. Well, he's going to be over there screwing with that stove until he drives you nuts. You know that, right?
If he
Let
burns
the little
himself.
shit go ahead and touch the damn thing. Put your finger in that fan. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Get into a car with a stranger. It's the only way to learn.
One more thing I wanted to ask you, I was curious about on Apocalypse Now. The helicopter scenes, obviously no CGI back then. Did you ever feel, and you've been in some shit before, but did you ever feel that you were in danger during those filmings? Because it's such an unbelievable, erratic scene with
There's
those
so much
copters
going
and
on.
demolition going off. And
You always feel that, there's safer places to be. Like playing on the freeway in L.A. I'm a firm believer that I shoot high-powered rifles, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm a firm believer that the safest damn place in the world to be is on the firing line of a rifle qualification.
Right.
Not if you're one of him.
Because
Jesus.
It's all about safety,
man.
It's all about
Enough
safety.
of this, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more dangerous driving a car down the freeway in L.A. than it is to be on the rifle range when there's 100 people shooting at the same time.
Absolutely.
I've been trying to convince the anti-gun people that we need to be able to protect ourselves. I feel vulnerable. When I jump on the airplane, I can't carry my handgun.
Exactly.
And now I'm at the mercy of anybody who wants to approach me on the street and try to get cute with me.
I think
I'm at the mercy of those people.
The Second Amendment is very clear. And I don't know how it's been bastardized and twisted around. We should have the right
to keep and bear arms. What part of that do you need
shall
me to
not
explain?
be infringed.
Exactly.
It says it right there. And we should have the right to protect ourselves in any way, and our family in any way we deem fit, to the best of our abilities. And it really evens the playing ground when you're able to carry a weapon.
He should be able to protect his 19-year-old girls anyway.
In lieu of family, I will say.
Look at Texas passed a law right to carry, right?
Yes.
Crime went down by 50% overnight.
Yes.
Who's going to approach you on the street and rob you if they think you might be packing?
Legislating against the people that pay attention to the rules does nothing as far as gun safety goes. Because no one that is going to commit a crime with a gun is going to pay attention to how many rounds they allow in a magazine or how many guns you're able to carry on you, where you're able to carry. They don't pay attention to that shit. What they do is they put people in positions where accidentally they can now become criminals by not adhering to the numerous new rules that are put in place. And then you, as a law-abiding citizen, go out with 8 rounds in your magazine instead of the legal 7, and now you're a criminal.
See, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Guns kill.
No!
But it's really the simplest thing in the world. You have the right to carry. You have the right and bear firearms.
Exactly.
Shall not be infringed upon.
Shall not be infringed.
That's the only rule we need, isn't
I have never seen a more ill-informed group also than the anti-gun people as far as guns go. They know nothing about guns, about gun mechanics, about gun laws. They are some of the most misinformed people I've ever spoken to.
The governor of California who he wrote the gun law, right?
Believe me, we got Cuomo here. He's just as bad.
This jerk was asked on TV that where do you put the rounds in the magazine that you put in a revolver? This guy
That's a good question.
Thought that a revolver had to have a magazine.
Had a magazine.
He's the guy writing the rules.
They don't understand. There was another woman politician. She was talking about gun control and saying that if people use up all the magazines, there won't be any more magazines to use. She had no clue that you could reload the magazine.
But wait a minute, you have a problem with gun control?
Yeah.
Why? It's not saying get rid of guns. It's saying gun control.
No, it is, by the way. When they say we're not taking your guns away, they're slowly taking your guns away.
I'm
trying to buy an AR-15 here in New York. What happened? We didn't take your guns away. Yes, you did. You took away my ability.
The latest now thing in California is you're going to have to register your guns.
Yeah.
Each gun. Now, I have over 100 guns. It's going to, of course, cost you $60 a year.
Report you.
It's going to cost you $60 a year per per gun to register your gun.
Wow. Oh, they want
now,
money.
So your gun collection, I've got black powder rifles.
Of course, yeah.
I don't have an assault weapon at all. I've got old lever actions, old
You like the old
guns
school
with
stuff.
wood, you know?
Right.
And I'm going to have to pay $60 for each
Per
of my
gun.
guns
That's outrageous.
Just in order to own them.
Could you imagine
You
if
better
you
hope
wanted
your
to?
show gets a second season.
I can't afford
Could you imagine if you had to pay in order to speak your mind to somebody because that's your First Amendment right? It's your Second Amendment right. The way they are infringing on that right is unbelievable.
I think
it's
both
against
sides
the
are-
Constitution.
No, I think guns
both
kill,
sides
and
are
you guys
extreme.
know that.
Both sides are extreme on this.
We know that.
Well, you take away guns, and guns don't kill. I'll tell you, people kill.
Exactly.
So you take away the guns, and you take away the knives. Now every more murder that we have is going to have his brains bashed in by some kind of a big rock.
Yeah.
Now, how
it's
does
not-
that sound?
You're
But
not gonna
you're
feel
not going to get a mall load of people being hit by that same rock.
And also too, if you're 20 feet away, that rock is not going to hit you. I'm for guns only because you know what kind of neighborhood I live
If I was, you know what? If I was in that mall and I had my concealed carry,
Exactly.
that there wouldn't be 20 people killed.
There have
I
been-
will guarantee you
There have
wouldn't
been
be.
situations. There have been situations where legal, law-abiding gun owners have thwarted a lot of bad,
every
potentially
day.
bad
That is
situations.
true.
Every day, it's
day.
never reported as much as and sensationalized as much as a gun
Oh, I
crime.
wanted to bring something up too.
Yes, sir.
I have a new show coming on.
Yes, of course
It's
you
called
do.
Saving Private K9.
Yes.
And
We
it's
ought to
going to be
arm
on
the
tonight
dogs.
at 8:30.
That's right. And I think
Just
you
thought
made,
I'd put that out there.
on the Sportsman Channel, and you made a good point today about the Jews and what they've done wrong. Thank you very much.
I don't think anybody said that.
How the hell did Jews get
I
involved here?
have no idea, sir. I apologize for any misstatements made by this crew in here. It's terrible.
All right, let's get Arlie out of
Arlie,
here.
thank you so
Tonight,
much. It's a
Sportsman
pleasure.
Channel, 8:30.
Always a pleasure.
Got to be heading out. Guys, it is a pleasure. It always is a pleasure. I'm glad you were obviously watching Fox and Friends
Yes.
this morning and spotted
There it
me
is,
on
right
there.
there.
Oh, we saw you
Knew
there
I
and
was
said,
in-
get him up here.
Knew I was in
whoa.
town. You know what happens, don't you?
What?
When I open a new show like this, or anybody does, the people who are in charge of getting publicity out there makes phone calls. They call everybody. Of course, your producer introduces it or grabs it, or somebody out in the front office, and all they can say is, "Nah, looking at the list here, they're all booked up this Thursday," and so you guys never even know I'm in town or
Probably
whoever it
happens
is,
like that,
until
sure.
you
And then we
happen
see
to
you on
me
TV.
Fox. Yeah.
We know
Right.
you're across
That's
the
right.
street. Get him over
And
here.
we're never booked up.
But thank God you did see me on TV, and God bless him.
All right,
I love
God
you
bless
guys.
you, sir.
Until
You're a
next
great
time. Okay?
patriot,
Until next
a great
time.
American. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Pack them in.
Shut up. You're on the air. He's as fast as no instinct.
There's no instinct.
No instinct. He sees him putting our headphones on, and he just blathers on.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at Anthony, who doesn't have his headphones, and he's
I was chatting
Anthony.
with Rich.
All right, Arlie Ermy was great. Arlie Ermy.
We've always had fun when that guy comes on.
I forgot how
you
much
know?
fun he is and how entertaining he is. There were so many
I thought
people.
What was fun was the fucking shit these guys are saying.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think I was accused of sucking a cock 11 times, and that was only by my own subconscious.
accused is when you don't think you've done it.
I know, Rich. That's why I said my subconscious.
Oh, boy.
See, Rich.
That's why the
I didn't
word
hear-
subconscious is used
Anthony
there.
got a souvenir, and he was so excited.
What'd you get?
Oh,
Anthony
Arlie
got
came
souv-
on his foot.
One of Arlie's challenge coins that he gave me.
He gave us those last time.
I don't have one.
It's
I lost mine.
It's his own. See, but this one is it's his own. It's this one is mine, and it says Arlie Ermy on the front. It's got a little
Right.
image of him, and then on the back, I guess he got together with Glock.
Really?
And he's got a couple of Glock things. So
All right, we got a big star on the
I
line
was
here.
oh boy,
Big star that was calling in during the
boy.
Arlie Ermy
Colin?
Who's it,
interview.
Dane Cook?
Kevin Hart.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Kevin.
We got Keith Robinson in studio, Rich Voss, and of course me, Anthony, and Jim Norton. How are you, bud?
We got to do this quick before his calling card goes out.
What old product are y'all promoting? with Keith Robinson and Rich Voss. That stinks.
Look, we got Monique's hood ornament on the line.
Wow. What the hell?
Voss is still doing one-liners that need a drum behind.
Okay. And Keith is here to play that drum. With his hands.
He is so racist.
You're
vicious.
Voss is completely
That's
racist.
coming from me.
Is it harder when you talk to the less successful guys like Voss when they get like?
No, it's so much harder because I have to dull it down. I have to act like I'm doing nothing. Hey, got off a train.
Voss is about to sell his DVD for the 7th straight year.
No, it's not a DVD. It's a movie.
All right, a movie.
We made a movie, and we're signing the deal today. We're signing the deal today.
Good for you.
Anybody else would try to tease you right now, I'm going to take the opposite road, Voss. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, Voss. That's awesome. That's
Thank you.
Amazing, man.
Thank you.
That was a pat on the head from a guy making millions. How does that feel?
I don't care if this fucker's making millions. I got him into Caroline's, and I threw phone books at him. So
That's
he
right.
can go fuck
and then
himself.
he bought it and had you kicked out.
Keith, have you been talking about your special, Keith? Get down to business. Have you been letting people know what you're about to do, how big this is for you? Are you sitting there talking to Voss and Jim as if everything is fine and you got nothing to talk about?
Whoa, who the hell are you talking to?
I'll tell you who he's talking to. He's talking to you, stupid. Now answer him.
He's talking to the guy he's financing.
Well, Mr. Hart, here's how things are going.
That's right. Chase Manhattan asked you a question.
Jesus Christ. And did you get my dry cleaning?
Oh, do you know how much I love this?
No, listen, y'all leave my old fella alone. Man. Right now, I'm excited for Keith. This is huge. Keith is doing the special, and I'm making sure that it's done the right way. I don't know if you guys have seen my specials, but they've been quite amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I was.
We're not here to promote your specials.
Yes. I watched him to keep from coming.
Yeah.
The question is, why are you jerking off with them on to begin with?
Because he's adorable.
He's adorable.
Yeah. As much as I really can't stomach Keith, I am happy that this. I think this is going to be great, man. And fans should get tickets. You can go to. I guess what are they on Ticketmaster for the Gramercy? May 30th.
2 weeks from Friday.
2 weeks from Friday here in New York. Very easy to get to. Keith is and I tweeted this. Is a great comic and a horrible person. Yeah. And I think that's the best description of Keith
Man, I
Robinson.
fell on stage, man.
Oh, that fall is great.
Hey, did you see that video I tweeted of Keith falling on stage?
Oh, Jay, first of all, Jay sent it to me immediately after it happened. The funny thing is how he pops up as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
Fucking old vaudeville act.
Yeah, jumped up, crazy shit going on.
Jimmy couldn't show it to enough people.
Oh, it was like the Zapruder film. I showed it to everyone frame by frame analysis.
That bitch Amy Schumer, you could see her in the background from the reflection filming it.
She sent it to me.
Yes.
Nothing would make me laugh harder than at this special if it's all lights, camera action, and Keith came out and fell.
That just would be sad. That just means I'm just old.
No,
I find out it's a problem. Some kind of muscular dystrophy.
Don't worry, the numbers will fall.
but imagine, Voss, what do you have to get mean?
I'm the fucking meanest. You guys are the meanest fucking humans.
We're trying to pick our friend up. We're thinking about him falling.
Push this for him.
Pick him up. Jesus Christ. A backhoe couldn't pick him up.
What would be great is if Keith fell and one of his teeth came out, and that's unfixable in the moment.
Oh, shit.
He had to cancel the whole thing because you had to. I'm just saying, if you happen to fall.
Jesus Christ. Man, this is not what this is supposed to be about, man.
Jim.
What's that?
that was going to be bad. It was taking too long.
Yeah, it was. I was trying to paint a picture.
He's doing fucking spoken word.
Yes, that's what comedy is, you dope.
You should try that in life, Rich.
Oh shit!
It's just an angry room. It's
brutal.
But I'm never more comfortable than with this.
Yes.
Than just fucking guys being mean to each other. It brings me a feeling of joy.
It does. It feels great.
It's absolute love.
It really does.
It's like
feel
home
real
life.
Jimmy Rich, here's my question to y'all. What is the over and under on Keith wearing the suit? What is Keith wearing for the
Gonna
special?
do it?
Yeah, what are
I'm
you
wearing
wearing,
a
Keith?
suit.
Wearing a
I'm not
suit.
going to wear a
He's
cut-off
gonna
shirt
He's
like
gonna look
Voss
like
is
a
wearing.
background singer for the Spinners.
Nobody knows the Spinners. Update your references.
Exactly.
That's a new band to Rich.
Yes.
It's not a band; it's a singing group. You fucking
It's
white
still a
racist.
band.
Shut up.
Leave alone.
Keith doesn't have to call himself Cedric the non-entertainer.
Oh shit!
I'm wearing a rust suit, a rust-colored suit.
You can come out as no talent.
Come on, man. Can we
Somebody give Voss a light.
That's right. Look at 1 out of 3.
Yes.
Wrap it up, Voss.
Yes. You're getting the light, and I wish it was the white one. Because that'd mean you're dead.
The one on the guard tower.
Or a train. Give Voss the 2 lights coming at him quickly.
This is beautiful ignorance. It's beautiful ignorance. First thing in the morning.
We had Seth Rogen, and he said you guys are doing the first cop buddy movie, which sounds really funny.
Yeah, we're doing the first ever black and white tandem.
It's not the
first ever
first.
black and white partnership.
No,
It's
the first coupling of a black and a white cop.
Yeah, it's a historical piece.
Taking place in the 40s, I believe.
Oh, this is a real true story.
Yeah, it's real. Me and Seth about to. Yes, Keith, it's real. What do you mean, a true story?
Is it a true story?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're doing a movie together.
How did that?
It's true that they're doing a movie together.
Oh, okay. Aren't you doing a movie called Check Cashing?
No, Voss, that's something you would do.
Okay, I'm just asking. That's what I
check
heard.
bouncing is what Voss would do.
No movie called Check Cashing. And you know what, guys? I don't want to turn this into a Kevin Hart conversation because we'll be talking about me all day.
Oh, sweet God. Hang up on him. Hang the damn phone up.
I want to talk about Keith. My friend Keith Robinson and him taping a special. That's what this is about, Keith. This is about you, baby. I'm here for you, man.
That's true. Kevin's being very generous, saying, look, let's not talk about me because it will just overshadow my poor older gentleman friend.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow, Keith.
I mean, he's right, but Jesus Christ.
What, are you really going to wear a suit?
Yes, I'm wearing a damn suit.
Yes. What do you mean?
A nice...
Steve Harvey wears a suit.
Oh, my.
Wow, we already been through that with Cedric. Stop trying to be serious now.
I'm helping you.
So
I'm
racist.
Yeah.
That's not racist.
You are racist.
Yeah,
I'm far from racist. I grew up in an all-Negro neighborhood.
I don't see color in my neighborhood.
I don't. People are people. I'm not a big
see color in my neighborhood. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Arabs.
Listen, I would tell Voss to stop because he's going to affect his fan base, but Voss doesn't have one.
Hold on. Are you implying that in all these years, Rich is pretty much a pile of nothing?
Pretty much. Rich, here's the only thing that upsets me about Rich. He's still trying to make it. That's the only thing that,
Shut up and let us laugh, Rich.
that's the only thing that pisses me off about Rich. He's still working out. He's still using different type of face creams.
Yes, some would call it cum.
Oh shit!
Just goes on. I've never met a cum joke I didn't like.
Or taste. Holy fuck.
Hey, man, I miss you guys. I'm gonna say it. I get emotional, man. I miss my friends, guys.
Oh, my God.
I really do. I miss the table, man.
Do you know how?
You know what?
Matter of
Kev
fact-
is really infuriating.
Oh, I know, he's totally
I can't
pussy.
wait till his belly gets big and they boot him out of Hollywood with a little ball. He starts to bald.
Yeah, a little bald spot. It's like fucking Frankie Lyman in the 70s.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be pissed off when you see me on the cover of Men's Fitness with abs.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit.
Are you on the cover of Men's Fitness?
I'm about to be.
Oh, I
Deal
hate
with
that
it.
magazine. It was, it was depressing. As I saw you, I want to say it was 2 billboards in a row for different films.
Wow.
Oh, it was on 10th Avenue. It was for, I think, About Last Night. And the movie that's still
Ride Along.
Yeah, and you know what? It might
one
have
of them
been
had to
3.
be Ride Along.
There was
Yeah.
something for fucking the Stallone movie too.
It was Grudge Match About
Jesus.
Last Night, Ride Along.
Wow.
How much did Ride Along make? That made over 100 million, right?
130 million.
Ride Along is at, no, actually we're at like 152 worldwide right now.
Yeah, that's a bomb for a comedy.
Motherfucking Q.
152.
Wow.
And,
Jesus.
you know, June 20th, we got Think Like a Man 2 coming out, but I don't want to plug
Well. How about May 30th? What's coming out?
May 30th.
Keith Robinson, Back of the Bus Funny. That's what it's called. Back of the Bus Funny.
7 p.m.,
Huh?
10 p.m.
What you say?
Keith Robinson, Gramercy Theater, New York, May 30th. Came for 2 shows, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. And Keith, not only am I coming, but I'm coming to watch. I'm a fan. This is going to be huge. By far, the reason for me being succkeith is Keith Robinson.
Wow.
There we go.
God
Keith
damn.
Robinson.
After you said that, what the sound that you should have heard was a gunshot. Keith,
I'm going on record. Keith Robinson is responsible for my success, people.
Why? Because he gave you a ride up here from Philly?
Hey, man, Keith did a lot more than that, boss. I'm going to tell you what he did.
What?
Me and Keith, our first time coming to New York, we saw you perform, and he said, don't do that.
What, you seen Voss on stage slobbering? Where the black women at?
I said, oh, man, and boss, I thought you was great. I said, that guy's killing. He's funny. Keith said, no, do the complete opposite.
yeah. Did you know what it was, or did you think it was a Mr. Ed traveling show? Sorry, boss. I didn't mean to make fun of you.
Really? For what, the last 10 years?
Wow.
It's going to be huge, man.
Yeah.
It's good talking to you, too, Jim. I didn't trash you enough. I didn't trash you at all this trip.
Jim is in shape right now,
Yeah,
man.
what's there to
Jim's
trash?
looking good.
I
Looking
told
good.
Kevin one of the reasons I started getting in shape was when he walked in. I hadn't seen him in a while, and he just looked at me and went, "Your face is getting fat." And I'm like,
I
"Oh,
didn't even say hi.
no."
That is a high.
Yeah.
Wait, but it was like such a real response. I'm like, "Ooh, I really am getting fucking fat."
I just attacked his weight. I told you I did the same thing to Bobby. I saw Bobby at the airport one time, and his stomach was like, he looked
Still
like a
the same.
beanbag.
Yeah, that
It
didn't
did
work for
nothing
him.
for it.
It
Nothing
didn't
for
take.
Bob.
No.
He's on that diet. He's doing all right.
Is he?
What's that?
He's trying. He's dropped
2 pies
7.
a day?
He's dropped maybe 7 pounds in the last 4 months.
Listen, I didn't even say a word to Bobby. Bobby said, "Hey, Kev." I said, "Ugh."
Hey, are you? Did you and Mike Epps make up? Why is he fucking with you on Twitter?
What happened
I have
there?
no idea. Mike, that's Mike. Mike, 1 minute is happy, next minute he's sad. Me and Mike talk, we put it behind us, but I don't have time to deal with that stuff, guys. I'm focused on being successful and accomplishing goals. I don't get into
How's that going for you?
Well, that was working.
You fucking Tony Robbins?
Fucking good.
Tony Robbins. He did give a Tony Robbins response.
Jesus.
Yeah, he
guys,
should. He's got Tony Robbins money.
What are you doing? Fucking selling Amway? Let's go. Jesus Christ.
Give us the inside scoop.
Yeah, fucking Mr. Fucking Positive Gandhi. Shut the fuck up.
around the room with a headset mic on.
It's called being politically correct and knowing how to stay a winner. And Voss, if you would listen to me, I want to talk to you because I think I figured out why you're not making it.
Are you gonna like implant a funny bone into him?
Right up his ass.
I think when you got your teeth is when it went all bad.
When I got my new teeth?
I think you should have stuck with the original. When you got the new teeth, your speech went sideways. Your jokes didn't hit the way they used to.
First of all, I'm at the killing.
Shut up, Daffy Duck.
Fucking Jesus Christ, you successful venereal war.
Voss was preparing for you. I got to prepare. Kevin's going to come on. I don't want him to get me.
I didn't have enough time.
And the funny part, here's the greatest part of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
The 3 biggest fucking failures in the business are yelling at the guy who does arenas. Fuck your positive attitude.
like we're doing fucking morning radio, and it's going on our resume. Shut up! This is the first thing on our resume. They had to talk him into calling in.
Isn't that the truth?
Fucking horrible.
You don't want us to be your only point on your resume.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it. It should start with hurt on Opie and Anthony, and then not end with that.
You may have seen him at.
We're flattered that we're mentioned, but it should be a whole list.
That's Jim's introduction.
It is. You might know him from
the meatpacking district.
I haven't heard anything about this Keith Robinson special, though. I got to be honest with you.
Wow, man.
I wonder what Keith's going to start talking about.
Yeah.
Well, funny you should mention it, man.
Yeah.
May 30th, Back of the Bus Funny, Keith Robinson.
I've
seen what it is.
Where'd you get the name?
Back of the Bus. That's where all the things go on at. Everything in the back of the bus. The
That's where
corny
the cool
dudes
shit
always,
happens, the funny shit.
Yeah, the cool girls, the thugs. Right in the back.
Yeah.
All the guys reading Wall Street Journal and Business Today are up front. Now, that movers and shakers now, but still, we still have fun.
But you still having a good time.
They're the guys who gave you the special.
We use your theory in that fucking documentary, The Back of the Bus, and we show a bus. Keith's theory is the
Did
best
you give him
theory
credit for that?
Yeah, we say Keith Robinson's theory, The Back of the Bus.
Yeah, that's what it
And
is. I may sue y'all.
Yeah, guess what you signed, stupid?
Wait a minute, I signed something? What am I, a 50s boxer?
I don't know how many times they heard that. Guess what you signed, stupid? Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
That is bad.
Yeah.
Rich.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
I'm happy for you, man. I really am. For Keith. I'm really happy for Keith.
Man.
Yeah.
People, don't let this go by without you being a part of it. Get your tickets now. Go to Ticketmaster, Gramercy Theater, May 30th. 2 shows, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Keith Robinson, Back of the Bus special, being taped, being done right. This is going to
That's
be
what I'm talking about,
man.
Come on, give young Don King a hand. How about
That's right.
He really does know how to promote.
Yeah, he certainly does.
What a promoter.
That was concise right there.
Yeah, I'm just, and that thing about us doing a movie together, I mean, I'm in for it. Kev.
Oh.
That's the positive thinking. I feel it's good.
Yeah. It's called Tranny Hunter.
Exactly. Yes. A man lost his, what would I have lost? The punchline was going to be and used his mouth, but I ran out of fucking
Humor. Hey, Kev, if you're in town next Tuesday, we're doing our live podcast at the Village Underground. My Wife Hates Me with Jim Norton as our marriage counselor next Tuesday. If you're in town,
You know what? Honestly, I'm not, but I'm gonna be in there in 2 weeks. I'll come by. I'll come by if it's something you guys are doing.
Someday. I know you're too big. All you have to do for me in life to repay me for getting you into Caroline's is when our movie comes out, just tweet it one time, and then we're cool. That's it.
You know what, Voss? For you, that is done. And I'll do it more than one time, Voss. I'll make sure the people are aware of it.
Oh, you are a team player.
That's for you, Voss. You don't even have to worry about
That's
it.
fucking. Why would you ask him to do that?
Because
I was going to ask him to do something.
yeah, but you can't touch his cock over the phone. Rich, why? Why does it have to be a gay joke? Listen, interracial gay joke, Rich. All I know is
We hit that quota 2 hours ago.
My pal Kevin Hart said he would tweet, and that's all I need in life. Thank you.
That's right.
I got you, man.
He likes you because you're the only comic he's taller than. That's right, shrimp. You heard me.
We're going to tweet it too, Rich.
Huh?
We're going to tweet it.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy you're involved. I'm happy everybody's involved.
I'm going to tweet it too.
Yeah, good.
Good news.
Good.
Because here's the good news. With Voss's and Keith and Norton's tweets, that's about that totals up to my comments.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's just too much. Now you're bullying now.
Get them when they're down. Good one, Kev.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
That was just hurtful and mean.
Yeah, it was very mean.
Fairly accurate.
Yeah. Sucks when it's accurate. Fuck.
I fucking love it.
You tweeted about You tweeted about fucking about Sterling and how annoyed. You won't go back to a Clippers game. You know a lot of those guys, right?
No, I'm not going back. I know all of them. I know every single last one of them. Until he's out, I'm definitely not going back.
What is like? Because you know the players. I don't know these guys. What is their thing on it? Like they just disgusted with this guy and they want him gone.
Of course, it's a tough situation for them as well as the coach. But at the end of the day, you don't work hard to get to a place in life over something that you have no control of at that point. Like if they weren't this deep in the season, it would be completely different. But they put themselves in position to win a championship, and now that dream becomes a reality. So they're going to execute their goals, and if they don't, next season is when they deal with him and his problem. But I definitely don't see a lot of players coming back if Donald Sterling is still in that position.
Right. Well, they're talking about not showing up for next season. I think LeBron James had mentioned something about it.
Yeah, a lot of players it's going to be a tough stand. The NBA will not be able to function if Donald Sterling is still in office. I can guarantee that.
So, Kevin, if it was earlier in the season, you think these guys would have stopped playing for him?
Yeah,
wow.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure. And it was also a thing where when they had the meeting and Adam Silver was supposed to make the announcement, if something harsh wasn't happening to Donald Sterling, the players were going to boycott that game.
Yeah, I heard that too. They'd been talking about that, and the NBA was in a really, especially when Obama mentioned Adam Silver, and he didn't say get rid of this guy, but you knew what he was saying. That's a really tough position for the fucking commissioner to be put in.
Well, it's more than tough, but I think for Adam Silver, it's coming in with the bang for him because he handled the situation correctly, and now players have a different level of respect for him, especially players of color, any minority, because he stood up and did what was right. And right now, I think all the other owners are in a position where they have to do the same thing because there is no business in the NBA with a man like that in the office.
With the NBA, when you say players of color, you could just say players.
Yeah.
Well, hey, do you play like we used to play ball at the end of the night? And Kevin is fucking really good in basketball.
He said he would tweet.
He said he would. I know. I want to answer this. Serious. Calm down. Do you play with these guys? I know you hang out with them. Do you play ball with them?
No. For what? For me to mess up their game? No. I play a little bit with my kids and stuff. I don't play as much as I used to anymore. I'm getting old, fellas. Not your kind of old. I'm getting cool people old. Just old enough where it's all right for me to say I don't want to do that. I'm not like my back doesn't hurt like you guys. Or I'm fine.
Do you know Obama? Have you met Obama?
Mm-hmm. That's my guy. I call him OBZ. Yeah.
Child, you know what? I met Obama before you.
Maybe you have, but does he remember you?
No.
But
neither is the crowd from last night.
I met him and Michelle several times. I was also a person who, donated to his campaign and done several things. Keith, that's the thing with me.
Voss meant Nixon, so
golfed with him.
Play some golf.
Yeah. All right.
So all right.
Let's
I'm finished with you.
Promote
take my kids to school. I'm done with you.
Promote the Keith special is live taping May 30th here in the city.
Theater.
Yes, go to Ticketmaster.
Two shows, people, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Go to Ticketmaster. This will not just be a show, it will be an event. This is Keith Robinson, people. Now, yes, you may not know the name. You may not know the name. Let me tell you something, people. You will, after he has done this taping, you will remember and you will laugh. Keith Robinson, a.k.a. the reason why I am where I am today. The man knows comedy, and he does it very well. 2 shows, Gramercy Theater, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Go check it out, man. It's gonna be dope.
See you later, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Wow.
Kevin Hart, everyone.
Look at this.
All right.
See you.
Got Kevin Hart promoting your show.
Yeah, he's producing it. He's an executive.
I figured that out, Jim.
Oh,
Thanks.
Okay. You're right. I don't know why I said that. Mr. Inside Showbiz, I am.
He's really good. The only thing he got wrong, he said, you may not know Keith.
Oh.
Say the rest of it, man.
Yeah, Rich. Why
Fill
do you
in the blank.
Why do you take a knee stance?
How much fun all the time, boss.
How much fun? Listen.
Why do you blow out Keith's candle so yours will shine brighter? Let Keith's flickering candle shine.
It is flickering. I think I put it out when I fell. That candle's out.
Oh my God. How much fun did we used to have sitting outside Boston Comedy Club till 4 a.m? It was us three, Kev, Patrice, and people would sit upstairs and yell out their window to shut up. We would just sit out there all morning.
Why would they say shut up? Do they understand what was going on below them?
Well, they had to work in the morning. It was like 3 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Exactly.
We couldn't. We would start the trashing in the cellar,
right,
and then walk a block and stop and trash each other. Then we get another block, and we couldn't get to our cars without hours of just fucking trashing each other. It was. You can't. Billy Burr came. I can just tell the story. We've told it a million times. Billy Burr came into the cellar one night and said, "I'm going to the Yankee Met World Series game." And we go, how'd you get tickets? World Series game. We go, how'd you get tickets? He said, these guys are doing a bus trip, and I'm going to do a show on their bus for free. We fucking smashed Billy. I'm telling you, sweat was pouring out.
Someone told me I'm the one who tattled on him. I think Bill told me I'm the one who snitched on him. I don't remember. Because he offered me the gig, and I couldn't do it.
It was so brutal. It was like someone threw fucking blood into a shark tank. Like Patrice's eyes lit up when you said that. Let me tell you something. Kevin is big.
I'd love to have heard that.
It's so funny with comics. As big as you get, like as big, Kevin, you can't get any bigger. You'll never forget those nights that we fucking smashed each other.
Stop hoping. He's forgotten them.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, $150 million movie makes you forget those nights. Now you hold on to those nights, and the guy's still doing it.
3 movie billboards in a row are very distracting.
Yeah, very distracting.
You're waxing fantastic
Exactly.
things.
If you're still doing the McDougal Street strut.
You know what makes you forget those nights? Dinner with De Niro makes you forget those nights.
I guess shaking hands with the president.
Yeah, makes you forget when Voss called you a short stuff on fucking West 3rd at 2 in the morning.
Pushes those memories right out.
Oh, it does.
Let me tell you a little
Goodbye.
Yeah, the memories of your witticisms were fucking forced out like a bad burrito.
I got great news. We're going to follow up to Kevin Hart, believe it or not. With
Really?
Just as good, yes.
It's got to be Colin.
Hi.
No, it's not.
Christ.
Say it's Diana.
There you go.
We should take a break, though.
Wait, can I
Keith Robinson is here. Rich? Yes, Rich.
Next Tuesday at the Village Underground.
That'll sell out. What are you worried about?
Live podcast with
It's going to
Norton.
sell out. It'll be fine.
Well, this weekend we have to sell out at the Arlington Cinema Draft House. Me and Bonnie. People don't have a chance to see Bonnie perform that much. She doesn't go out.
She's great.
She kills.
She's great.
She killed on the Patrice benefit. I'm telling you, it's a great show. The Arlington Cinema Draft House.
All right.
And I have a plug too. I have the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal, Thursday the 24th. I'm doing the keynote speech at the Hyatt, and then the 26th I have a midnight show at the Gisu Theater, hahaha.com, and of course Keith, May 30th here in New York. 2 shows.
Thank you.
Attention college students. Are you having trouble punching up that term paper?
Yeah, my professor is killing me.
Need to doctor your dissertation?
Oh man, would I ever?
Impress your professors with a flurry of words from the new Vossopedia Online.
Awesome!
Simply type in your question, and Vossopedia spits out the appropriate terminology.
What's the capital of Georgia?
Alana.
Wow, it's so easy. Man, I can't remember the name of the U.S. prison in Cuba.
Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, that's right.
Vossopedia Online is the most most useful research tool since the paperweight.
What's the name of that mountain with the president's faces?
Mountain in Rushmore.
Oh, man, I'm a fucking idiot, of course.
What festivity is celebrated with booze and muggings in New Orleans?
Mardi Gras.
Here comes another
Stutter, stammer, and slobber your way through college with helpful hints from Vossopedia Online.
What does IQ stand for?
Intellectual quiz.
Man, this is a lifesaver. Thanks, Vossopedia.
The Opie and Anthony Show is back on Sirius XM.
All right, we're back. We got Keith Robinson, Rich Voss in studio. Tomorrow, by the way, we're going to do the Super Show with Colin Quinn.
Oh, man, we got Colin.
Yeah.
Was that a fake Lady Di account saying that she couldn't make it tomorrow?
Probably.
Or did you fucking beat her into submission?
No, I had to call her last night, and we have to have our intern pick her up at her house.
Because fucking way.
Bill won't give her money for the train.
Oh, Christ almighty.
We go from Kevin Hart to Lady Di.
Yeah.
She's not on the line now.
From Kevin Hart to Clogged Hart.
I'm not a Clark Hart. What are you talking
shut
about?
up.
You fucking
Oh, this is just going to bring everything down.
This is the sadness of our careers.
Under her.
Guys,
We feel like we're finally making a move, and then, of course, right back down to reality. We get Kevin Hart every once in a while, Lady Di every fucking day.
You know what this is? This is self-hatred. Doing this.
Is it?
Yeah.
by the way, hi, Rich. Hi, Keith.
Hey, how you
Look at that.
They don't even
Lady
know
Di
you.
Saying hi.
They don't know who you are. You coming tomorrow?
Mark knows who I am.
She hasn't
Well,
come in
Voss
20
knows.
years.
Kevin, just picture every white chick that a black guy would go out with. That's what she looks like.
Only a
Kevin's
little,
gone. I'm Keith.
only a little, only a little better.
God damn it.
What I'm trying to say is Rich Voss knows who I am.
No, I don't.
Well, she says that like she has an experience with you.
Right.
I have a question about the Super Show.
Yes, Sam.
Are you guys willing to pay any of the guests?
No.
What?
No.
There's
What
one
the
guest.
fuck do you think we're paying?
Wait, there's one guest holding out for money?
payday, yeah.
Oh, let me guess.
Why do you look like you should be on that show, True?
What?
Show is
You
that
guys, you guys don't get it.
All I
That's
want
a
is
good
Rich
reference.
to come home.
I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Who wants to get paid?
Who do you think?
Or maybe I said the name wrong.
We're not talking. You can't figure out when you're being talked to?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They're asking to get paid to be on the show?
Somebody is, yes.
No, I don't.
You don't know when someone is talking to you?
We're not talking to you.
At this moment.
Okay. All right. Then
Have you ever been part of a group conversation ever in your life?
She is
No,
a group
circle
conversation.
jerk.
I'm not talking to you.
Point.
Who wants to get paid, Sam Roberts?
Sandy.
Sandy Kane.
Sandy
Why
Kane.
get paid?
I had her on the phone yesterday afternoon, and she said, "All right, I'll do it."
I need
said,
money, man.
I
need money, man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You know how much she wants?
He wants to get paid.
She wants $1,000.
$1,000.
Wow.
That's what I make in Times Square, baby. That's what I make.
Fucking
She rules.
That's a lot to ask for.
Yeah,
Jimmy, I was just telling everyone how sad our careers are. We go from Kevin Hart back to reality with this fucking.
Yeah, we should just hang up on her. What are we doing with this fucking monster?
this
This
fucking-
is not an accident. This is on purpose. This isn't fate. Shut up. What are we doing?
Well, we were promoting the Super Show, which
Yeah,
is
it'll be
happening
on
tomorrow.
Tune in. Goodbye, Fatso. There you go. What the fuck are we doing?
half the audience just turned their radio off when he said that.
It's their new goodbye. Right.
Oh, she's just going to contribute nothing. It's the same babble. It's
Yes.
No, we were going over the whole Super Show. We were talking about how
cool.
we're talking about how Sandy Kane wants to get paid $1,000 tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you willing to pay?
No, we covered that. All right, she'll leave how much she wants. Who gives a fuck? Colin will be here. This fucking Di will be here. A few others will be here.
Red carpet?
Listen, yeah,
We
red
will
carpet.
have a red
Cool.
carpet.
Nice.
We'll cover it tomorrow morning.
Said he's going to be there?
Yeah, good. You keep plugging away. Fantastic. Goodbye. Thanks.
Okay.
Done. We don't need to do a promo show for the fucking Super Show. It's tomorrow. We got it. What are we doing?
I love it.
It's like we can't help ourselves.
It's
That's what I said. It's
self-flagellation.
It fucking is. I said it to him. I go,
What, are we afraid of having a good show? Like, we know what to do. We had the biggest comedian in Hollywood right now call in.
Yes.
We're having a
The
great
biggest
show,
civilian.
having a great time, and then all of a sudden, you know what? This is going too well. Let's just ruin the listening experience.
There's an iceberg.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
hold on.
so
we
we'll
got
see you,
we got Bobo on the phone.
Oh, we do?
Opie would have taken that call in a second.
But it's like we all have like little home bases we like to touch.
Right.
But talk about the apron strings, we're strangling ourselves with them. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Well, Lady Di, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, be well. Stay safe and stay alive till tomorrow. Take care.
But did she get something to wear? Did you get something?
I have quotes
Surprise
there.
us. Surprise us. Gives a fuck. It's not entertaining for anybody. What are we doing? Who cares?
Tonight, wear a radio in the bathtub.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow in your gown.
Yeah, that's it.
All right?
Dress pants and a dress shirt.
Whatever you wear, who cares? God bless you. We're a clan hood. I don't care what you wear. Show up or don't, Piggy. It's up to you. I don't give a fuck. My money doesn't go up or down if you're here. See you tomorrow or I won't. Surprise me.
I will show up.
I'm sure you will. God bless.
All right, you too. Bye.
If the sidewalk is cracked in the morning, I'll know she showed up.
Look, there's the black distended liver. Pass it around.
Sam?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
Yeah,
It'll be a
it's
good show
going down.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, well.
It's not going to be today's show.
No, it won't.
Oh, no, it won't.
No, it won't.
We're bigger than Lady Di.
We're bigger than U.S. lawn.
Yeah, don't come to the farm.
Oh, God, is that funny?
I love a good Hyman Roth improv.
Oh, sure.
Wow, look at that fucking memorial, man. That place is amazing.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Obama's speaking at the
Now.
9/11 Memorial Museum.
Oh, it's going on now.
The dedication, that's it.
Oh, that's the wall.
Here's something Keith's not used to.
Who's Keith?
Applaud.
Keith. Oh,
Keith's not used to
Bloomberg.
applaud.
Keith isn't used to applaud.
Honored guests,
It's like a child.
families of the fallen. In those awful moments, after the South Tower was hit, some of the injured huddled in the wreckage of the 78th floor. The fires were spreading. The air was filled with smoke. It was dark, and they could barely see. It seemed as if there was no way out. And then there came a voice.
Christie, Cuomo, Bloomberg,
Clear.
all the stars.
Calm.
Stars are there.
Yep.
Saying he had found the stairs. A young man in his 20s, strong,
That man was Mo Green.
emerged from the smoke, and over his nose and his mouth, he wore a red handkerchief.
I didn't ask any questions. I knew it
He
was
called for
business.
fire extinguishers to fight back the flames. He tended to the wounded.
Yeah.
He led those survivors down the stairs to safety and carried a woman on his shoulders down 17 flights.
Oh, dedication.
And then he went back up all those flights, then back down again, bringing more wounded to safety.
Well, Bill Clinton, Hillary.
Until that moment when the tower fell. They didn't know his name. They didn't know where he came from.
Sounds like Rich.
But they
didn't know his
knew
name. They know where
their
he came
lives
from.
had been saved by the man in the red bandana. Again, Mayor Bloomberg, distinguished guests, Mayor de Blasio, Governors Christie and Cuomo, and the families and survivors of that day. To all those who responded with such courage, on behalf of Michelle and myself and the American people,
why didn't you mention Bill and Hillary?
It is an honor for us to join.
Giuliani.
Yeah, how about Giuliani?
Well, they probably just mentioned New York.
To recall and to reflect. But above all, to reaffirm the true spirit.
Why wouldn't Giuliani be
of
there?
9/11?
He's there.
Maybe he is.
Well, then why
Love.
wouldn't he say anything?
Maybe just knows it.
Compassion, sacrifice, and to enshrine it forever in the heart of our nation.
Yeah,
Michelle and I
wizard.
just had the opportunity to join with others on a visit with some of the survivors and families, men and women who inspire us all, and we had a chance to visit some of the exhibits. And I think all who come here will find it to be a profound and moving experience. I want to express our deep gratitude to everybody who was involved in this great undertaking, for bringing us to this day, for giving us this sacred place of healing.
You're going to go down there when it opens, Jim?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so.
Here,
I'll give it a
this
little time,
memorial,
but I do want to go.
Yeah.
this museum, we come together. We stand in the footprints of two mighty towers, graced by the rush of eternal waters. We look into the faces of nearly 3,000 innocent souls, men and women and children of every race, every creed, from every corner of the world. We can
some of the
touch their
foundation?
names
That was the wall that
and hear
separated
their
the
voices.
water. What do they called it?
Glimpse the small
tub
items
thing.
Yeah.
that speak to the beauty of their lives.
It's gigantic.
A wedding ring, a dusty helmet, a shining badge. Here, we tell their story so that generations yet unborn will never forget. Of co-workers who led others to safety, of passengers who stormed a cockpit, our men and women in uniform who rushed into an inferno, our first responders who charged up those stairs, a generation of service members, our 9/11 generation, who have served with honor in more than a decade of war.
I always wondered what like a decade after
A nation that stands
like,
tall
you know?
and united
10, 12,
and
13
unafraid.
years after.
Because no act of terror can match the strength or the character.
I actually
of our
thought this
country.
would have been done a lot sooner, you know?
It's just typical fucking
the Great Wall,
bureaucracy and too many people
and
making
bedrock that
decisions.
embraces today.
13 years later, the museum goes up.
Nothing
13 years.
can ever
The
break
building's
us.
not even finished.
Yeah.
Nothing can change who we are as Americans.
It should have been done in 5 years, that whole area.
Right. Yeah.
On that September
Towers
morning,
themselves were built in like 5
Allison
years, was it? Not even?
Crowther lost her son Wells.
Yeah, this is just
Months later.
Wow, man. Jesus.
Yeah. Have you seen that documentary on
Hold
the
on to your
lady?
hats, kids.
Right.
This is somehow going to tie into nothing.
Have you seen that documentary on the lady that said she was there when it happened?
Oh, that fucking
and she wasn't.
pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She was a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she was
lied.
a liar. That,
She lied. She was like with all the fucking victims groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And she
Yes.
was,
Yeah.
What was her
And she was
name?
the head of a victims group.
Yes.
What a fucking...
Said she was supposed to marry somebody that died in the
What
the
a fat
tower.
pig.
Was it Lady Di?
Yeah. Bad pig.
Well, that's sad.
Oh,
that's
shit.
sad. And you know,
Looks like Obama was ready to freaking start
Yeah, he's an emotional guy.
Yeah.
You can tell once
crying
in a
there.
while.
Is
he's-
he?
Well, I'm
Yes.
sure he met a lot of people. before his speech.
Probably
a lot of sadness in that room.
They all get once in a while. Something hits them.
That looks like an amazing building or museum.
Yeah,
it looks very echoey, and how high is the ceiling?
I think it cost $161 million to build.
Cathedral-like atmosphere, and
it's going to be intense.
Yeah, it's like kind of a cathedral-y kind of atmosphere you get in there, and they just a lot of echoing.
They just showed the red bandana. That's going to be on display too.
Oh no,
the red bandana.
Maybe you guys will be able to broadcast out of that.
Good one, Rich.
Yeah, that's what we should do, right, Rich?
You guys covered it great.
Shut up! Stop trying to make it legitimate.
I love Rich.
By the way, Travis, did you get his trip before?
Which one?
It was but this Keese and applaud.
Keese.
It was.
Keese.
I'm tired,
That's something
man.
Keese never hears. Applaud.
But I've never been that tired where I've made that many errors in a row.
There's the bandana. Jeez.
Yeah, it's these little individual things that
someone has to know who that is.
Who, that guy?
No, the bandana. Someone must go, oh, yeah, he went to work wearing that. Unless that was just something he put on at work.
Right.
What, you get that, Flub?
The dedication, that's it.
Oh, that's the wall.
Here's something Keith's not used to.
Who's Keith?
Applaud.
Keith.
It was a little...
Here's something Keith's not used to. Applaud.
Here's the thing.
Oh, no. That might be your first Here's the Thing, by the way.
Here's the thing.
You almost made a whole show without saying that.
Keith's not used to applaud. What happens when words try to come out?
They really do.
It's like they're marching over
Bonnie with Bobby. That's
discombobulated.
I've made errors similar.
Jesus. Words go through like a crazy straw coming out of your mouth.
They do.
I forgot you're still here. I didn't even realize.
It's like the words are marching out and they don't see the big fucking hole in the ground and they just fall into it and tumble out of your mouth. Like instead of going like back behind your throat and coming up over the tongue, they fall through your dumb sinus and bounce off your teeth.
Rich.
Oh, I love you, Rich.
Where is Giuliani?
I don't know.
He's
Rich. I'm not his fucking booking agent.
He's probably there.
Who cares where he is?
I'm sure he's there.
You want to say something
the camera would have
controversial?
shown him. You know,
Yeah, maybe he's away. Maybe he's in the fucking, doing
America's mayor. You'd think he'd have cleared his schedule to show up for this. He's a big guy, in this whole thing.
He's not there. I don't think he's there.
Maybe he's in.
Who's that? Hillary's stunt double?
Right.
She looks like
almost.
We understand why you'd say that. You have to explain to fucking comedians why you'd say so.
Obama's done already.
A comedian.
I wanted to do so.
A little cocky
so I could
this
say
morning.
Thank you to his parents and my new friend Jeff and Allison.
Oh man, this is brutal.
Yeah, it's too depressing.
Yeah, this is just going to be really depressing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't like the sadness without anybody remembering the anger. Just be mad.
Yeah, none of it's going to be brought up. I guarantee you're not talking about,
Oh, they're not talking about what
Terrorism
caused it,
and fucking-
terrorism and extremism and fucking blah,
the
blah,
hatred
blah.
towards-
all that shit. And right.
We got a strange one on the line here. Let's try it. Jeff in Tennessee, what's up?
Yeah, I need some advice. Last night I came home from work and I found my blow-up doll hiding from me in the closet.
Your blow-up doll is hiding from you in the closet.
Yeah, what do I do? She's the only person I'm fucking, and if she doesn't want to fuck me, what do I do to coast her out?
You know what's sad that you planned this call?
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna be good?
Yeah, what can I say?
What can I say?
Well, he got on, and he did get a chuckle. That's kind of...
No, he didn't.
I don't know. The way he said it.
Exactly.
What to do. Exactly.
Jeff, you're doing a bit.
Hey, I want to tell you, don't believe anything that blabbing idiot says. He doesn't know.
There's 5 of them in the room. What are you talking about?
Right?
Which one?
Are you deaf? Are you deaf?
No, I can hear you. Unfortunately, I wish I was.
Hold on. Jim's on now.
There's a guy on TV that apparently looks like an older me.
We know.
Well, the audience can't see it.
Is
that the fireman who was that standing next to Bush?
I don't know. Oh, it might be.
It doesn't tell what time it is anymore.
Thank you, Jeff, in Tennessee. Good luck with the blow-up doll.
But what it does tell
I don't think it is the fireman.
is what time it was.
Oh, watch.
It says it's the 11th.
Jesus.
And so this marks the time.
Oh, it's a mangled watch.
The successful counterattack on Flight 93 ended.
Rolex.
Oh, that came from Flight 93. Damn.
It stopped at 9/11.
Oh, is that what it showed?
No, the 11th was the date. It's whatever time it stopped.
It looked like it. It looked like it said 9/11.
We are all grateful today to the Memorial Board, the staff, and the families for creating this really magnificent memorial.
Shut up and give me back my assault rifles.
Probably the wrong time.
Is it? All right. I'll step back for a minute.
I think that's the fireman.
I don't think so.
Todd Beamer's watch was recovered at the site of the fireman.
I wanted to be a fireman.
It was given to this museum by his loving family. We are honored to have his father, David.
Yeah, it's his father.
Oh, it's the guy's father.
It's his father.
Oh.
Todd was one of 40 men and women aboard that plane.
It's his son's watch.
Strangers,
It's brutal.
all bound for San Francisco.
Yeah, man.
It's the Let's Roll guy, right?
Is that him? I think that guy's name was Jeff, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, bastards. Yeah, what are you going to do now?
All right, let's
Everybody forgot.
Start wrapping
Everyone
up.
forgot the anger. No one's mad anymore at the Muslims.
I know they were going to let him build a fucking mosque down there. It's what the this fucking country is. Just...
A week after 9/11, if a Muslim said they were going to build a mosque down by the site, you'd get fucking literally people would have started shooting Muslims in the street. And now it's like, well, we need to have an open discussion about this. It's not all. And as I will always quote Colin, a few million bad apples spoil the whole.
All right, it's Keith Robinson's day.
Ah, yeah.
Got the big taping 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
At the Gramercy Theater, 2 shows. So go see Keith as he tapes his special. It's going to be great. Yeah, of course. We all know that. The people need to know that.
Thank you, Voss.
Kills.
Yeah.
He's old school, man.
All right, so that's going down.
That was a really heartfelt plug.
Yeah. Comedian KeithRobinson.com for more info on that. Or just get your tickets through Ticketmaster for the Gramercy.
Massa?
And next Tuesday.
That shit.
I will be with Rich and Bonnie at My Wife Hates Me live podcast that apparently fucking Merv Griffin Kelly is producing.
Yeah.
You fucking guy's trying to be a fucking... He wants to be a big shot so bad.
He does. Well, he's got the big part.
And he should be shot.
You can get tickets at the Comedy Cellar website.
Yeah.
Right.
For Tuesday night. And also this weekend at the Arlington Cinema Draft House right outside fucking D.C. Great club. Great fucking club if you're in that area.
But you got to pay to go to the museum? People are saying?
Yeah,
Yes.
$24 to get in. But they
Does that offset the costs?
They said it costs $60 million a year.
But couldn't the
to run.
government
Cool.
just...
Yeah, how about we just don't give money to Egypt
fuck?
or any other country?
There you go.
Why didn't the government take that? Take that hit? We shouldn't be... whatever. That's ridiculous.
Or is that a suggested donation?
Nope, $24 a ticket for adults.
It's kids are.
That's great. So what about a guy who's fucking homeless or whatever? It sounds stupid. The people who have no money can't go?
I think on Tuesdays for 3 hours you can get in for free.
Okay.
I like the fact that poor people should be left out of this whole thing.
Well, you're not wrong.
Frankly, mucking the whole thing up.
Yeah, with all their poor shit.
Yes.
They're the reason bad things happen.
You want it to look like the fucking subways? Come on.
Hey, he's losing fucking weight. Look at him.
Christie wants to. He's going to run for the president.
He's going to win.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to win.
Do you think Hillary's going to beat him?
He alienated his core.
She's
who are they going to vote for?
she's too old.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they'll
too
vote
old.
for
They
any
don't
of
want an
them.
old
I don't even know if he'll make the...
I'm sorry. The next white male president will be 2064.
You're not rooting for another white male president?
Jesus Christ.
Straight. Next straight.
Gotta help me out here.
Say goodbye.
Jesus Christ. I know how the fucking Red Sox fans felt for all those years.
Yeah, we are finished.
It's
men
a
are
wrap.
done.
It's a wrap.
That's it.
It's
There'll
over.
be a
You guys got to get a
Hispanics
letter, and you'll come up.
Is that it?
Yeah, we got the N-word.
I know.
You need a letter.
How long till
White guys need a nice
how long
letter.
till a Jew
True.
becomes president?
Who?
A Jew. How long do you think?
God.
No one cares.
That's it.
Here's what's going to happen. We're going to elect a president, and then he's going to come out and go, oh, by the way, at the inauguration, I'm a Jew. He's going to sneak his way in there.
I think they'd rather keep it the way it's been, them running things behind the scenes.
That's right, like the banks and the weather.
Yes, oy vey.
And the weather.
They are brilliant.
All right.
Well, tomorrow we had a great show today with Keith, who's hilarious, and I love Voss, and of course Kevin. And tomorrow just will be a monumental disappointment.
Just utter nonsense tomorrow.
Yeah. But
all right,
stay
guys.
tuned.
Yeah, you do that.